And welcome back to Date with Destiny. Whew. I always say I'm super excited, but tonight I am not super excited. I am thrilled to have 2 dates tonight. 2 dates. Whoop. I am on a date with, first of all, she's a blast from the past. She has been on Date with Destiny before. We actually have serial dated before. One of my best friends, singer, songwriter, creator, producer, actor, actress. We can go on and on and on and on and on. I want y'all to welcome my date. She's Ryan.
Hey, y'all.
Ryan.
Hello.
You look amazing.
Thank you so much. How you doing?
You always come so fashionable, Ryan. What's up with that?
I'm just like that.
Someone dressed you tonight?
No, never. Someone dressed me. I dressed myself.
Somebody's got some money. Look at those jewels, guys.
Whoa, wow. Don't clock my pockets. Don't clock me. Don't clock
I mean,
not you.
not
talking about you.
Well, Versace hottie, you know?
It's a little precise.
Yeah, precise. All right. Well, we are joined tonight with yet another date in the building. I'm super excited to invite my second date, TT, the artist, aka Rad, rapper, artist, director, aka directing all this shit, aka Netflix, aka The Perfectionist will get your shit right, aka she's gonna make shit right for you, Issa Rae, aka she's gonna make shit is all the way good for you, Alicia Keys. You don't know my name.
Bow, bow, wow.
Bow, bow.
Intro. Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be on this date with you both.
I don't know if I had a little bit of shaky feet in the beginning. Maybe it's this little mix we have over here. Shout out to our sponsors, Mixology Momentum. They made us something, a Paloma, and I don't really know what's in that other little bottle. I'm so sorry they said it, but we already been sipping on it, and it has us feeling super duper looper in the mother. Okay?
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Some kind of grapefruit or something going on. All right, so let's just get right into it, ladies. First of all, the reason why I wanted to have both of you on the show, because I see that you guys have been working together a lot, creating some dope ass content and doing a lot of creative work out here, helping other people get their shit right. So can I start with you, TT?
Yeah.
Can you tell me about what's the latest? What's happening with you? What's going on with TT, the artist?
Oh man, I mean, so like you said, I am a film director, musician. I would say that music walked me into filmmaking. So, a couple years ago, I created a film about the Baltimore club music and dance culture called Dark City Beneath the Beat. And it was a musical documentary noted as a love letter to Baltimore's creative and music scene. And it did debut on Netflix. And also shout out to Issa Rae, who came on board as one of my producers. So, once that came out, it's kind of like was a trickle effect where
Issa.
Yeah, Issa, what's up? But it was like a trickle effect because then from Dark City, I got a chance to work with Alicia Keys on her own doc series. And then musically at the same time, Chloe Bailey actually sampled one of my records that I released on my own record label, Club Queen Records.
Booty so big. Yes. I just had to say that.
Yes, it's for her debut single, Have Mercy, which is now platinum.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, so
that's dope.
Yeah, so when you hear the lyrics, Booty So Big, Lord Have Mercy, those are actually my lyrics that she sampled, and shout out to her producer, Murder Beats, as well.
Okay.
And yeah, it was my voice. And
so that was your voice as well?
Yeah.
You know what I found so incredible, and not just about yourself, you and Ryan as well. I think we were just talking about this the other day, that you guys can change your voice the way that, it's incredible to me that your voice is literally like a music machine. Like, it can change. I swear to you, no offense, booty so big. I thought that was a man.
Oh no, so what they do is when you sample the song, you can actually take the vocals and then you can add effects
Okay.
with your audio. So they pitch down the vocal, so that's what gives it that kind of more lower end bass sounding
Did you
vocal.
get to meet with her?
No, I never got to meet her in person. We just recently connected on Instagram.
Oh,
And
really?
that was cool. I did meet Murder Beats, who was also the producer. And shout out to Mighty Mark, who was also the original producer on the song that was sampled. So, yeah, it was pretty cool. Like, when things like that happen, it's just always great, especially when you're an independent artist. It just gives you another notch of credits on your belt, to just keep getting to the next step.
Now, speaking of independent, you and Ryan, well, yourself, Ryan, as well, you're an independent artist as well, and have been for a while and pretty successful at it. Now, there's this whole hoopla about everybody feeling like they need to be signed or they need to be under a big label. What is it like for both you and TT? I want to ask Ryan and TT. What is it like? What do you feel the difference is? Have you ever been signed? Let's just start there. Either one of you?
TT has her own label called Club Queen Records.
Yeah.
I'm still not signed because there's no reason.
Okay.
So this is the thing about artists, especially just music artists. I think that we don't have the information, right? And I'm not talking about me no more. Sorry. Mm-hmm. So I'm in my mid-30s. I've been doing this, and today I was contemplating at the house. I was like, I've been doing music for 15 years. I've been doing music for 20 years. Professionally doing music. Professionally getting syncs in shows. Reality television. TT has syncs in almost every show. Every time I turn on the television, I hear TT's voice. But that's only because TT is better rounded with business, right?
Sounds like somebody I know. I would turn on Love and Hip Hop and all these things, and I would hear your voice too.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a
So
full.
I got all my syncs in like reality television. TT has been on every episode of Insecure. She's in every time I turn on a movie, I hear something about TT the artist, Club Queen. I hear that. So like she did her work earlier on. I just started doing my work as an independent artist for 20 years. And I had no idea that I was doing it for this long. I thought it was like, all right, 15 years, all right, good 14. It's been 20 years.
Wow.
And I think that people don't know that it's, I'm going to say better to be independent, but some people are going to argue with that because it just depends on your environment. What did you come from? How much do you know about the industry? What are you trying to gain? What are your goals? And do you want to see yourself as a Beyonce, or do you want to see yourself as just super rich and successful, but you attain the success by being independent? And that's where I am. That's what TT is. TT is doing the thing, and she's independent with her own label.
Oh.
But when people don't know what the business is, they're automatically like, I got to get Def Jam in a building. I got to get Atlantic Columbia in the building. You don't know yet that if you were to know the knowledge behind what they put behind you, the machine, the amount of money, the marketing that goes behind you, branding, brand deals, and then you may not even make it at that point. People don't even know that. Once they put the marketing dollars behind you, you still may not make it because the world doesn't perceive you. Nobody tells the artist that. So the artist is reaching for this goal of like, I need a $3 million deal real quick from Def Jam. Well,
you got to pay that money back, huh?
They have to recoup. And not only that, what if the world didn't even like your records? And I know people that specifically did not recoup till this day.
Wow.
They're not whack. We didn't receive the music. We don't like the music. So, I mean, I know you have more to add to this, but that's really what it is. I don't want to make this clear. Like, I don't care to be with no major because the things that I know now, I can make $10 million by myself. And with my marketing strategy and my branding tactics and my technique and the people that I hire around me, all under my brand. Yeah, it gets crazy.
I mean, Ryan, I've seen you climb incredibly. So I already know everything that you're saying is 110% true.
Well,
like
they can Google it.
It is fucking insane. And obviously speaking things into existence as well. And obviously we're on the same team as it's probably better to be independent. You guys have become super successful being independent. Now, being independent and behind the scenes, I see you guys working a lot behind the scenes, the peace that might come with that. because I do work sometimes behind the scenes with artists, and I see the stress that it comes with being on the forefront. Can you explain a little bit about what that feels like, to know that you could be making the same amount of money as somebody on the forefront, the same exact money, if not more, but I'm not doing all that. I'm back here with it, and I'm at peace.
You want to answer that?
Well, I think you're such an expert in that space, but just to close out and add on to that other conversation, the music industry right now is going through a change, I believe.
Is it?
I believe we're ushering in a whole new wave of who the new executives are going to be for this next generation, the next 10, 20 years or so. And also, going to the point of independent verse major, you can't even get a meeting with the major unless two things. You've already made some sort of success or virality for yourself, or you know someone.
Period.
Because there are people who don't have.
Don't forget the last one.
Which one?
Don't say suck it.
I think, well, there's that.
We don't know the second.
There's definitely that aspect too, which goes into the someone and you playing your cards a certain way, right? We didn't take that route, but the know someone is a big thing, because I know artists who have gotten major record deals and have not one song released.
Not one.
Like I literally know artists like that. So and this is a perfect segue into what you just asked, because if you get that type of information and you're an independent artist and you're doing everything in your power, you're investing, and then you see a peer of yours who, and this is not a personal experience, but it's just the know. So you might hear of an artist or a person that, hey, they didn't do half of the work you did, but just got signed. They're good. They're on the radar. And that can mess with your mental or the way you see yourself. But as I'm going to let Ryan elaborate on that, you should not, get lost in that. Right. So, yes, you can speak on that part.
So when it comes to, your question was like the balance, like, because you said I do background, but I'm also foreground. I would say my balance is both, right? Because
right.
When people meet, she's Ryan, I'm still the musical artist, actress, model. When they find out that I do the background work, which is mental health coaching, specifically in the niche of being an artist.
Yeah, because there's a lot of motherfuckers out here that are pretty fucked up in the head.
But they're messed
beyond
up.
Music.
Well, I'm practicing the niche of music or music and artistry, period. Like branding, marketing, being an overall artist, right? Why do we feel as artists that we are not good enough? Because the whole representation we've had as musical artists, as models, as actors, as anyone who works in mainstream media, is you have to be the biggest person in order to attain success, and it's just not true.
Right.
But
I agree.
People don't know that, so that's why I became a life coach, specifically in the niche of music, artistry, being an artist, period, because an artist ain't only music, you know what I mean? Hair artists are artists too.
Shout out to the hairstylist.
Yeah, exactly. Makeup artists are artists too, but everybody has this one vision, which is like, if I don't see myself on Entertainment Today, if I have not been interviewed by Oprah, if I'm not
Oprah.
Yes.
No.
If I'm not on entertainment, like if I'm not at every Essence Fest, if I'm not outside all the time, if I'm not signed to say a Def Jam, Atlantic, Columbia, etc., and if I'm not on every episode of Insecure, I'm not good enough. And that's just not the case. When you find that balance, which is my 50-50, I think I've helped a lot of people out by letting them remember, like, let's go down your level of success. How many things have you done so far? Where were you last year? And what would your younger self say to yourself about where you are right now? Some people's answers differ, right?
Right.
So some people are like, when I was 10, I never thought I'd be hanging out with, say, some of the people y'all hang out with all the time. Just keep it real, right? Just, you don't gotta play humble over here. You know what I mean? I'm not humble. I'm confident. I'm not humble. I've done enough. I've worked a lot.
Very hard.
I'm not humble.
Right.
but I am not arrogant. It doesn't make any sense for arrogancy, considering I still got more goals to achieve.
Right.
But I make people know through your process, it doesn't mean that you are lower than, less than, and it's fun. This journey is fun and it's unique to you.
Right.
That's where I come in with the behind the scenes thing and where my balance is. So when people start,
you're very
freaking out
balanced, Ryan.
for
Speaking
sure.
of balance, both of you ladies are very balanced, and I think that plays a huge part in your success. Balance. And you spoke about different goals. So I'd like to ask you ladies, well, you starting with you, Ryan, like, what is an ultimate goal for you right now?
I've reached it. So it's time for me to
Okay.
and that's not a flex.
I've
reached it.
No, that is not a flex. That's real shit.
It's not a flex.
How about you, TT? Do you have something that you
Hers
feel
are way
like
bigger.
you have yet to accomplish
say
that? Is there something that, and even if you don't want to say it, because we know sometimes you might speak privately your things into your goals into existence.
Well, I think that I've done a lot, or we've done a lot. I know for me personally, I entered a new space in my later 30s, which was filmmaking. So I always kind of had a vision where at some point in my life, I would not just be doing music, but I would be crossing over into fashion, film, design, and art. Like a lot of the role models I looked at were you know, people like a Virgil or people like, you know, the Pharrells and the Kanye West. You know, despite anybody's social presence, I look at the trajectory of their careers and how they were multi-hyphenates and people that dibbled and dabbled in different spaces and did it well. You know what I mean? There's not one thing that they did not do well in their space that they dedicated themselves to. So I feel like, you know, my ultimate goal would be to see the ideas that I have come to fruition. Period. Like, oh, I made a short film. Now I want to make a feature film. I've never made a narrative feature. I've done a doc, but I've never done a full-length script. So now those are, to me, become my newer goals. And I also wanted to say that we found ways as independent artists to empower ourselves. Like, she became a life coach because she saw the need in the space of mental health and creative.
Right.
And then I created a woman-focused record label because I saw the need of closing that opportunity gap for women, specifically women of color in the music industry. So when I started Club Queen Records in 2018, I didn't know nothing about running a record label, but I just knew I wasn't getting taken on tours because I didn't fit the status quo of what women in rap looked like at that time. So I'm like, and this was at a time where woman focus was not even a clickbait catchphrase or nothing.
Right.
I had to literally do a deep dive on, well, where are the black-owned record labels? Then I did a deeper dive. Where are the black women-owned record labels? Then I did a deeper dive. Where are the woman-focused record labels? And I just found a niche lane right there. I'm like, it doesn't exist. Really,
I'm going to create my own.
Yeah, at the time, if it existed, they were in the space where I was in. We were like, we need to start conjuring up something new that the industry will start to recognize. So they're just starting to recognize, and it is, you know, the landscape is changing a little bit more, but there's still a lot of work to do. And, you know, we still are trying to, you know, break that glass ceiling, so to speak.
I'm so happy that you guys have found a way to help and assist Black women specifically that are in this industry, and more importantly, oh goodness, guys, not my phone ringing on set. Jesus, that's real shit. Date with Destiny. Who wants me? So, more importantly, I think it's very, very imperative that you guys found your niche in helping others. Now, there are some people that are in the industry that take advantage of others. We've been hearing a lot in the tabloids of some hearsay of some artists. And I don't necessarily want to say men nor women. And it's such a shame how women play a collaborative part. And when these terrible things are happening to women or children, allegedly, I want to step away from the helping part for a second and get your opinion on how you feel about these allegations. Oh my goodness. I didn't even get to finish the question.
It's actually sexual
Assault.
It's Sexual Assault Awareness Month of April.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Okay, that's something I didn't know.
Yeah. So for all the people who feel like they were sexually assaulted,
say some
for all
shit.
the people that
say
were
some.
actually sexually assaulted, there's a space for you, and there's a month for you to speak out. You can always speak out, and don't worry if you look stupid, if you feel stupid, if you sound stupid, or if you even don't believe yourself because you were intoxicated that night. There is a moment when sexual assault stops and sensual happens, and vice versa. When people come out in long lengths of court documents, what am I not supposed to say it?
Did he do it?
You're saying it right.
Did he do it? Did he do
But
it?
the other thing to add to that is there's a problem. There's a dialogue happening, especially among men in the industry, where their whole thing is if these are adults,
they wanted to do.
If you're over the age of 18, then these are adults. Let me mind. That's up to what they want to do. They're in a freaky shit. You can still get assaulted as an adult.
Facts. And assault does not only mean a gang rape. Assault doesn't only mean that somebody pulled your panties down or to the side. Assault doesn't only mean that somebody punched you in the back of your head and knocked you out. It doesn't mean kidnap. And that's what sexual assault means, and I need that to be clear for everybody. This is why there's so much gray area when we talk about this subject, because sexual assault is exactly what it means. That's why it's called sexual assault and not rape.
And I think we have so many beings, be it women or men, that there's, that they don't want to say anything because you have these individuals who are like, well, why did they take so long to come out and say something? Or this person's looking for attention. And I know for a fact that you people, there are a couple of you people in the industry that I know for a fact that is not siding with these women, that are not siding with these men. And you know damn well that your friends or foe or just somebody in bypassing that you hear things about are doing these things, and you will still get on that camera and say, they trying to get attention. Right. They should have said something a long time ago.
Because
why didn't they say anything?
Right, because they probably have
and granted, there's a couple schmolliants out there,
Some what?
Schmolliants. What's the guy? Juicy. Juicy. But all y'all, let's stop playing. All these people are not lying.
Right, exactly. That's all I was trying to say.
And it disgusts me that you have these people with the bigger platforms that both you and I may know or have gotten close to that will literally be siding with these folks just because they don't want to be blackballed. They'd be like, oh no, we better not touch that to not lose out on what they have going on, knowing that it's wrong. Right. And it bothers me.
And it's not only that. It's not only, sorry, you want to say something?
Well, I was just going to say, I am a personal survivor.
So am I. I'm a survivor of rape and sexual assault. Not only sexual assault, rape, like full-blown rape. So let's be clear.
Oh, God.
Right. So what I wanted to say was about the whole thing about why people wait so long, because, and a lot of the people
attest. Yeah. And then you can attest emotionally why they wait so long.
Right. And a lot of people who come out and say, oh, well, they shouldn't have waited so long, a lot of them never experienced it firsthand. So when you experience it firsthand, you feel guilt, shame. You actually want to erase the whole entire situation. And it takes time to even come to terms with what happened.
I also think
fault? Is it?
It ain't
asking yourself these questions,
And to add on to that, TT, I also think it takes someone else being brave, aka Cassie, coming forward and saying enough is enough. This is what happened to me. And also the bag is open.
Well, not almost 25 years.
Yeah, the bag is open, guys. Get them.
Well, imagine how long it had to take her to build this case. So it's not only her bravery, it's about her proof, building proof, getting lawyers, getting attorneys that she could afford because her and her boyfriend were poor, running away because Diddy, whomever, allegedly had blew up her boyfriend's cars, stalked her,
chased away her friends.
Chased away and her entire friend group, and also isolated her to the point that she was scared for her life. Listen, this rape and sexual assault and being trafficked and also being drugged, psychologically, you are unable to speak. Let's be very clear. Let's be clear. I'm not talking about what it thinks or how it feels. Scientifically, your brain is literally fucked up. It can't work the same, right? It doesn't work the same. So for the people who are survivors of assault and rape and all the things in between, trafficking, or whether you think you're doing it for fun because I'm doing this, it's taking a toll on you if you really don't want to do it. Let's be really clear. Okay? So for 25 years, she had to build this case up. And she got a settlement. And everybody in here knows what a settlement is. It means please stop talking.
Shut up. Here you go.
Thank you. Thank you.
So moving a little bit away from that
let's
subject,
get out of the dark.
because
I need a shot.
it is
This
dark
shit done made me hot.
here.
This shit done made me hot.
It's dark here.
No, it's not dark here. This is a nice set. Very friendly, too. It's a very
Why,
nice set.
thank you. Are you guys enjoying your sips?
I'm loving it.
Oh, absolutely.
Shout out to our mixologists.
Cheers.
Cheers. Ryan, do not drink from the bottle. In the latest news, why are, I want to pronounce her name properly. Kamora Lee Simmons and Russell Simmons.
Oh.
Help me pronounce her name properly.
Young girl with
right?
old
It's
nigga.
Anoki, right?
Anoki.
It's,
You go, girl. All right.
25-year-old with 65-year-old man.
I thought she was 21.
Oh, that's even worse. Thank you.
21 or 25. Here we go.
Of age.
Listen to what's happening here. Now, people are talking about her with the sugar daddy. And apparently, she had a discussion with her dad about this before she went public. We are talking about her dad here, not her mom.
Yeah, I saw.
The same one who got her mom at one age?
Yeah. He wasn't 65. He still ain't 65.
Okay. This is yet coming up again because remember to be compared to the situation with Drea becoming pregnant by the young basketball player, right?
She's only 40.
right, it's not the same.
What is the difference though?
I would say a 25-year difference
Well, I
with an
think that-
old white
I think-
nigga with a small dick.
Well, I was gonna
What
say.
does she need him for?
I was gonna say to each his own. I was gonna say to each his own, like whatever you like. But I do think that people.
Do you think she really likes him though?
Well,
Yes.
maybe yeah. I just
They
think
were
people are a
kissing
little
on the
harder.
And she was posing for him.
And I think people are a little harder on women than they are on men who do the same thing.
I don't care about
personally.
niggas. What I'm trying
But think about this situation. You're absolutely right in this scenario.
Right. How many
They are absolutely once again coming for the woman the same way that they all went for Drea. I mean, I did go for Drea a little bit too. I'm sorry,
Oh,
Drea.
no, I wasn't not on her side.
I'm saying that people
Oh,
on
I wasn't
on the
on
net
her
was
side.
going for her rather than this older man. And the same way they were going for Drea. So I'm not sure if it's a who's older, younger thing. I think they're just automatically attacking the woman. Because Drea was older in the scenario last case. And now she's younger in this case. And the man still isn't
attacking
wrong.
the younger.
I wasn't thinking, so when I got
she's
asked the
saying-
question, I was saying, I wasn't against the young lady at all.
No, not at all.
That's
Having a
crazy.
sugar dooger?
No, of course
It's just
not.
the media
I was
always
saying it's
attacks the
old.
woman.
Yeah.
The media always drags the
That's what I was,
woman.
trying to
Whether they're
highlight.
on the opposite side.
I was not
the
even
media.
attacking Kimura.
Yeah, the media always
did.
drags the woman.
No,
Period.
she didn't.
Yes, she did. So I wasn't even attacking the women. I wasn't
It's a double standard. Always.
attacking the
It's
girl.
just-
Are you crazy? I would never.
It's a
I'm sorry.
double
I'm not
standard.
attacking young women for having a sugar daddy. I'm sorry. I'm not. I would wish that her sugar
I mean,
daddy was not 45
I could
years
never
older than her.
listen. We are being very candid, and you are on a date with Destiny, and I have had a sugar daddy. My name's Destiny White, and I have had a sugar daddy.
So have I.
I've never had a sugar daddy.
I've had a sugar
or
daddy.
a sugar mama.
I've had both.
I've never had either.
Sugar mama?
Yes.
Man, I've never had a sugar
Maybe
mama.
I was a sugar baby. Right? That's the sugar baby.
Then you've had a sugar something.
No, I thought. Oh, okay, so see, I'm getting confused. But I've never had a sugar mama or a sugar daddy. I know that.
But how could you be a sugar baby?
See, because I thought a sugar baby is somebody who has money and provides.
You a sugar mama.
Sugar baby,
that is a sugar mama.
A sugar mama and sugar daddy are the ones giving the money, right?
Yes.
So that's why I say a sugar baby, even though I'm saying it wrong, I assume the sugar baby would be the one.
It would be sugar mama, TT.
You was a sugar.
Sugar mama,
No, I never
TT.
had a sugar mama. I'm saying.
No, you been a sugar mama.
There you go. I probably been somebody's sugar mama. Probably.
TT.
Somebody along the way.
You gotta know the difference between a sugar baby and a sugar mama. Sugar mama gives the money. Sugar baby takes the money.
Okay. All right. Well.
Whoa! Woo! Why these girls outside fighting their friends?
I got that all the way wrong.
Why are the girls fighting their friends? What's going on?
Who's your sugar baby?
No, I said I probably was a sugar baby because I thought a sugar baby was a young person that gave money to an older person. But then again, I never really had older. I'm just out of this conversation.
Yeah, you out of it.
No sugar mama, no sugar baby.
No, I was neither. I was never none of it.
All right, that's fair.
Make this an episode of Love and Hip Hop.
You said make it an episode?
Yeah. Okay. Next.
So I think I was asking you.
The boys are fighting too. The boys are fighting.
Who are the boys?
What? Kendrick and J. Cole.
Oh, we don't care about
Diddy and 50. No, Diddy's not fighting back. He said he was riding a bike with no seat. Did y'all see that picture?
Wait, Benzino and Eminem.
Can we got that picture? We want that to pop in.
Diddy was
Show that picture with Diddy on the bike with no seat. Do y'all think he really had no seat? I saw it in Miami. It was just a small seat maybe, but 50 said it was no seat. Saucy's fighting with who?
Well,
Saucy's always fighting with somebody.
I don't know.
Did you say Kendrick?
Kendrick and J. Cole Kendrick went for J. Cole and Drake recently.
Kendrick, aren't you losing your woman? Like, what's going on?
I don't know about that.
I don't like to see it from nobody because I just feel like y'all artists, like seeing J. Cole and Kendrick is like
I'm so confused.
Two valedictorians battle to me. I don't want to see it. With the girls, I don't want to see either. Like with the city girls, I don't want to see. I'm a huge city girl like supporter because I am from Florida. Like that's what I grew up on. It's a sound. So I have a theory where I just feel like sometimes industry creates things, but also outside of
the
celebrityism.
internet.
But outside of celebrityism, have you ever had a friend where you thought they was your ride or die, but like they secretly, enviously wanted to be you or be in your position? And so at some point, there's going to be a fallout and they're going to regurgitate everything they feel about you. So I don't necessarily think that's happening with the city girls. I think what's happening with city girls has a lot to do with just them being prepared for this industry PR stuff. Like this is what comes along with that territory, right?
She ain't talking about
But what are they fighting about? Because from my understanding, what they're trying to make it seem as is that girl JT is spiraling because at first she was going at it with Glorilla, who allegedly slapped her. But she's saying, girl, you ain't slapped nobody, right?
Oh my God.
When it gets physical, it gets so stupid. Y'all got so much damn money. Why are you putting your hands on anybody?
We say that all the time.
Keep your hands to your goddamn self with that bag you got. Like, why are you touching people? But apart from that, they are not friends, and we do know that. What we do know is that City Girls came up together. I mean, I was out there. I remember seeing Young Miami performing on the stages. I watched her perform at a party. They had a pre-party, 105.1 iHeartRadio, through a pre-party before they had the iHeartRadio concert, right? What's the name of the concert? Jeez, it's on the tip of my tongue, but you know what I'm talking about. Summer Jam is Hot 97. You know what?
Hey man, I don't know.
Summer Jam, Summer Slam. No, it was the iHeartRadio concert that they were having, and she got up there and she performed both her part as well as JT. JT was incarcerated at the time, but she was still screaming City Girls, right? She showed her hustle during that time. And then JT came out, and then they came out, they came up doing their thing together. I don't know. I just personally feel like still with them being the City Girls that Young Miami got a little further. if that makes sense. And not just with the Diddy thing, but just for being seen and just that work ethic that she had in the beginning and working harder. We were used to seeing Young Miami, Young Miami, Young Miami. Do y'all think that has anything to do with it? Why they getting into what they're into now?
I really think it was just going back to the emotional conversation we were having. When you get famous and you get all this attention, you don't always know how to handle it, the good and the bad. So where we seeing as fans and followers a lot of the good, we want to hear the music, we want to see the twerk, we want to see the girls get lit, we want to be empowered. There's also a very ugly bad side that if you don't have the emotional intelligence to navigate that or the support, like have these artists go online and they're crying, but they're not seeking out therapy or life coaches or people to actually help them navigate. And that's where I think the GPS goes off course. There's no navigation assistance with how to take
back and forth.
Funny enough, who I feel is
part of their package.
Like, we were talking about how that needs to be
what artist I feel, you guys, is this is the strangest thing. She is like balancing out very well, and she just seems super unbothered the way that people are trying to just throw her in the mix and toss her all around and make her choose sides. Nope. Y'all think about it, because Meg been beefing too. Who is the only one who is not? She's still being a girly girl. She's doing her own thing. She just got an award, and she's not acknowledging anybody with their beef and their problems.
She's a rapper?
She's a rapper. Little young thing that just came out. And Ice Spice. She's not getting caught up in the mix.
She been in the mix.
What's she been in the mix?
Lotto been in the mix. They had a little.
No, Lotto been kind of in the mix by herself.
They had a whole beef. She was on Twitter Space talking about it.
Literally.
Was she?
Yes,
Yeah.
Lotto was on Twitter Spaces.
No, Lotto.
We love Ice Spice.
Was Ice Spice on Twitter?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Twitter Spaces, the chat room that's voices.
Yeah.
Twitter Spaces.
Okay. I don't know. I didn't hear her coming back on those songs.
She literally
I know that she
cursed
did
out.
Fart. You
She
think
say,
of
shit, bitch.
You not even a fart.
I be breaking heart.
Oh
I be
no!
heart.
That's how you know I'm getting old. Y'all know I'm an auntie and I don't listen to that kind of music. Funny enough is, I don't know. I just seen that she did the song with Nicki, obviously, and then she had posted something recently with Cardi. Something supposed to be going on with her and Cardi now.
I hope so. I hope she doesn't limit herself to Nicki Minaj. I mean, she's out of here.
Ooh, that's a mean auntie.
She's the mean queen. I call her the mean queen.
Meanie.
I call her the mean queen. She's just too mean, and I think she had 20 years in. It's
Nikki,
good.
you should be nicer. And that's all I'm
call
going to
her the
say
mean
to you.
queen.
That's
Nikki,
all I'm going to say,
We
Nikki.
all love you over here. We literally
do,
pull
but
up in the monster automobile youngster with a bad bitch that came from
Sri Lanka.
We
But
love
you-
you,
but you're not nice.
You gotta be nice, girl.
Yeah, she's not.
I don't care.
She might just be a diva.
She's a mean queen. That's what a diva is, honey.
Because, some of them great legendary singers, they divas.
And they the mean queens.
I mean, I've heard about the mean queens.
You know
but
what the mean queen
it's a difference
is.
between being mean and being just
Mean
nice.
queen.
Nasty.
Okay.
Nasty. It kind of reminds me of, obviously, I don't know if you guys are paying attention to this new thing that's going on in this era. We're having all of these women's empowerment brunches and lunches and events. And I was just screaming on my Instagram the other day because I think it's quite funny that I don't think that they are very empowering at all. I think that they're mean girls events, and it's not nice. It's more of these women trying to see what one another, it's different. When I come to visit my friend TT or Ryan, you guys are giving me a whole fucking lesson and empowering, you can do this with your business. That's a women's empowerment. It could be a circle of 3 or 30, but they're having these big events of women trying to figure out what each woman is doing. And I think it's just maybe a situation where they want to see who got one up on who's doing better than who. I don't think nobody's really trying to put anybody on. Not at all the events, but a lot of the events that I have been going to and I'm channeling in, it's a lot of gatekeeping going on. Oh, yeah. I mean,
that's how it is.
Are y'all getting that?
That's life. That's the entire industry, whatever industry you in. If you in the dentist industry, doctorate, lawyer, realty, real estate, that's every industry. There are always going to be people who form social groups who are trying to like be the cool kids, not the cool kids. Then they're going to judge you. Then they're going to gatekeep. That's every industry, girlfriend.
Now,
Like,
not being weird or anything.
every industry.
Looking at both of you girls, I could see obviously being in the industry, and we could easily be influenced. So we see a lot of shit. Both of you ladies, to me, look very natural. Natural. Oh no, natural. Natural. Anyway, as an insider, have you ever thought about doing anything to yourself, getting on the table, making any changes to your bodies?
TT don't want to. She didn't believe in plastic surgery.
Okay. So I was misinformed about a lot of like plastic surgery. I was just so used to seeing botched and, you know, I feel like
Everybody with the same body.
Yeah, I feel like it's an industry just like anything else, just like hair, the beauty, like it's a part of the beauty industry. So there are things that you can do that are non-invasive
not as
like I personally, I never saw myself getting a BBL. I just don't think I'm built for something like that. I'm not that like I don't personally need it for myself. But I'm all for you doing what you want to do, you know, that make you feel better. Just go about it the right way and educate yourself, inform yourself, and, you know, do what makes you happy.
Yeah, I would say, girl, if you want to get it done, get it done. Hello, I'm the lipo queen. I would love lipo. First of all, I love fillers. I think if you want fillers, get them done. Okay. If you want any Botox, get them done. I would say do your research about the med spa or the place you're going, and go get it done. I don't care. If you look stupid, that's your fault because you ain't do your research.
Right.
If you look like Rolly from Bad...
Oh, don't do Rolly.
What do you mean? Rolly started off as almost 400 pounds and had problems with her procedures because she went to unauthorized people and got...
Oh, we know where Rolly...
She had muscle... something was wrong.
Let me just say something. I'm not going to say where Rolly went. For those of you who did your research, I'm not saying anything either.
Please do your research.
Please don't go there. We all know this place. Y'all violating with them back doctors. Y'all going to this place. They giving you free services to get a post, and they botching the hell out of you, and they killing people dead on that table.
Just do your research, and I'm all...
My BBL is from God, don't go there.
Well, I'm not getting a BBL. I like lipo, and I like fillers, and I like other cosmetic surgeries. If you want hair implants, if your hairline is not right, go to Turkey. Like, if you want your teeth done, go get them. I do not care. Why am I going to tell women not to go feel beautiful? Well, if it be a bitch like me that people be like, you getting a BBL for the men. Well, bitch, if you only knew. You know what I mean? Like, absolutely not.
Right.
I want to wake up snatched. I want my teeth white and straight in the morning.
Right.
And I want to look like this. Snatched like a fox, bitch.
You know, and adding to that, we had a joke. We were watching movies, and we were like, man, we noticed a lot of white people like actors, they don't really get their teeth done like that. But a lot of black people do. And
all the black actors
talked about even just us as a people. Two people.
I can honestly say I wanted to get my teeth done at a point. Yeah. But a lot of my friends was like, girl, don't do that. You would change your smile. I got a little overbite, buckety buck. But I don't be out here like Rick was baby mother. She was like,
well, that goes back to going to the right people. But just
shout outs to her. Her teeth look good, but she always like. I did want to do the teeth.
People, we ain't really had that privilege to do this type of stuff.
Right.
So now, when you get to a place in life where you have that accessibility, like, do what you want.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna judge nobody that want to get their stuff done. But when you be overdoing it, that you make yourself look silly, and I don't care about.
Hey, sponsors out there, I don't want to do my teeth anymore. I'm done with that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey,
chin lipo is so
stay with
amazing.
Destiny. I'll make you a sponsor for life. For life.
You know what I'm saying?
There are some. I mean, I have 2 children, so prior to the children, I think I'm not trying to look like the Instagram body or
Right.
anybody else's body.
Right.
I'm trying to go back to body I had before I had the babies, you know, and the beach body that I need because I spend a good amount of time on the beach yearly, you know.
Exactly. You
So
travel
it's
a lot.
for me, I want to see my pictures where I'm looking like, damn, girl,
Wouldn't that
for
be
me.
fun?
That's
Like
real.
you go
That's
get your
real.
lipo. You don't want a BBL. You get a lipo. Your
Right.
recovery time is only.
I don't
30
want no big old
days.
fake ass, but
You know what I mean?
you know, once you make other things, alter things smaller, I think that it all maps out. But for some reason, these big old fat booties is in, and
none of my
to
business.
each its own.
Yeah.
I don't
their
want the
own.
ant body, but if you like the ant body,
See, you
get
called it
the
the
ant
ant
body.
body. See, you did that. You called it the ant body. I ain't do
Listen,
that.
get the ant body if you like it.
I'm
Ain't
just
nothing
saying,
wrong with the
natural
ant
lipo
body.
for me is awesome. Lipo on the chin is awesome. A snatched cheek is awesome, and natural veneers like porcelain veneers. I think they're gorgeous. I have what I got left here about 20 more years.
No.
Oh,
Why
More
would
than
you
that.
say such a thing?
what?
Not
it
her
gets dark
putting
sometimes.
not
It's
her
dark
putting
for
a
me.
time
Oh,
frame on her.
I'm not putting a time frame on shit.
You ain't just see Lenny Kravitz on that machine at 60?
And guess what?
What?
I'm gonna be
Looking
like Lenny
good.
Kravitz, and he's super skinny.
He looks
He still
great.
dresses like this,
He looks
which
great.
is
I'm sorry.
crazy.
That
Like
looks
I'd
great.
rather dress like that
Yeah.
when
I
I'm 60.
He looks
as
cool
opposed to be to anything
and
else.
youthful. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Some of the older people looking
and you know,
more
lipo's
youthful
gonna
than the
suck
younger
out the
people right
trauma
now.
out me.
No,
Suck
that's
it
really
out.
true.
Suck
Man,
it out.
I was just saying that the other day. I went out. Shout out to the Harlem Renaissance, and they just opened up their. Well, it's not a roof. They didn't open up their rooftop space yet, but they have like a little brunching and restaurant area. Very, very classy in there. And I went there for their Saturday night event. They had jazz. They had some people on the motherfucking piano. They had a motherfucking blowing his chin. What? It was so lit in there. And it was on one of the colder nights. And it just felt so good to just watch all these classy black women and men. It was kind of like what they explained, what my parents or grandparents explained to me what the old Harlem was. And the women in there, they had on their furs and a little animal across their arm. They was dressed in their dresses with their little kitten heels or heels or whatever on. The men were suited up with the vests underneath. They were just so clean, and their skin, and they just looked good. I guess those were the people that weren't on drugs and stuff back then, or
never
weren't
know.
doing. You never. But I mean, that was a black that didn't crack up in there.
That's really beautiful.
You know, that was a nice looking
That's gorgeous.
people in that place. So shout out to that. So shout out to Harlem Renaissance and the people that were in there that night. It was probably like what, 2 Saturdays ago? You know, if you was up in there looking good like that. I was like, damn, what do I do to keep it up? Gotta drink some water and stay away from
Do
this.
crack.
Oh my goodness, how do you
Still
know that,
drink some water
Ryan?
and
No, you
stay
don't
away
do
from
crack.
I had a little crack.
All black
No, I'm
people
joking.
gotta
I'm
do is
joking. I've
exist.
never done crack.
Black people just gotta exist. We don't age. Period.
Well, usually I play a game, so I think about this game on top of my head because with all that I had going on all week, this game is called This or That. And I don't know if we're going to play this or that, but we are going to play this or that because I'm going to make this shit on top of my head. And we're going to wrap up Date with Destiny. I had such an incredible time with you ladies. And, you know, you guys filled me in on some information, and probably my audience, my Date with Destiny audience, with something that I have never, ever knew about the music industry, what goes on in front of the scenes and behind the scenes. Before we play our game, there is something that I want you ladies to do. Grab your camera. TT, I'm going to start with you. I want you, if you have a message for the Date with Destiny fans, audience, daters, is there anything that you want to say positive and lifting to the Date with Destiny viewers? The floor is yours.
What's up, y'all? It's TT the artist, and you're tuned in to Date with Destiny. And what I want to tell all of you is just to remember who you are. Remember what makes you feel good, and that will all influence how the world sees you.
Woo! Ryan,
Beautiful.
you want to say anything to them, or you going to just leave them hanging out, baby?
I would never never leave nobody hanging. Hey, y'all. You're tuned in with Date with Destiny. My name is Ryan, and my one message to you is that one, I've drank tequila on Destiny's set. That's number one. Number two, if you don't remember that you are limitless, powerful, significant, respected, and overall you are the greatest version of yourself every single day, you are never going to be any better to serve the people around you. Remember, the best billionaires in the world are the people who provided a service. And that is all I want to say. My name is She's Ryan, and I'm on Date with Destiny.
Yeah! And I love you, Kanye. And I'm going to say that every episode. You know what? I honestly feel like people think Kanye West is crazy. I just have to throw this in. They always be calling him crazy and all of this shit. If I was with you, Kanye, they wouldn't think that. No. No.
Because you would have to walk around naked, too.
No, I'm joking.
And that's a lot of ass.
I would bro Kanye. Like,
you can't bro Kanye.
Cut it the fuck out.
You gotta walk around with a thong.
I'm not walking around with no thong on.
With a thong
Take a fucking shower, my nigga, and I'm not wearing that.
You gotta wear it.
Let's go to the gym.
You gotta go
shave
to the
that
gym
fucking
naked.
hair off your face. It looks stupid.
You gotta shave.
You got
together.
too much money for that.
You gotta shave.
Let's
together.
go on vacation. Ooh. Yo. No, I just had to throw that in there. Okay. This or that? Soul food, seafood.
Seafood.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Soul food.
Why? What's this in the last few years, this has become a wave of the seafood thing with these girls.
You know that, and don't do me.
I've
lived with you.
No, you can, but the thing is, Ryan, you can make seafood.
Yeah.
There's females out here, bitches be out here like, I want a seafood, I want a steak. You don't even know the fucking proper temperature to cook the steak. You want the guy to come out and spend all this money and you don't know how to cook cereal. And you can't even cook, you don't gotta cook cereal. That's pretty fucked up.
Guess what?
What?
Some bitches don't even know that steak is only $25 some places. A good one.
Yeah, but
And
they're
you're
just
still trying to find a nigga to buy you one.
Yeah, but I don't want to, like, if I really need somebody to, if I get so bad in a situation where I'm going out with a nigga to buy me a meal, then I know that I got some climbing to do. And been there.
Period.
Not going to sit here, we ain't doing that.
But you don't need a $25 filet mignon, girl.
No, I don't want nobody to feel like he needs to buy me a steak. And then I'm out with my friend, and I take my friend too, and she over there shaking the table, cutting the steak. Girl, it's a smooth transition.
There you go.
Okay, this or that, a Porsche or a Honda.
How about an Uber for her?
Uber. Uber.
I'm gonna go with the Porsche for $100, Alex. Thanks.
That's how I know you know me.
I love a
Uptown, baby.
Porsche.
Okay.
I like to drive.
I don't drive. I'm never driving
No?
anywhere. I drink a lot of tequila.
This or that, a island vacation on an island or a cruise.
Island vacation.
Yeah, never a cruise. I never want to be stuck on a boat.
Really?
Why would I want to be stuck on a boat?
I can't really say which one because I've never been on a cruise.
You've been to every island, so you can't say that. She know?
No, but
She's been to every island.
She's been to
I've
every
been
island.
to enough islands, but I have been on boats on all of those islands that I went to. But I've never significantly been on a cruise where I'm literally on there for days, sleeping on there, eating.
Well, guess what? You ain't
everything.
missing nothing. You've been on actual land.
Have you guys been on a cruise?
Why
before?
would I want to be on a cruise? I don't want to be stuck on a boat.
I think the same for me. But people seem to love cruises.
Yeah, I know people who love it. They love it.
That's great. And when my grandma wants to go on a cruise, that's fine. But I want to stay on land where I know I can leave. You know what I mean?
That sounds like a great horror film. Just on a cruise and then all
Next
of a sudden,
one.
things just go crazy.
I'm waiting for a TT.
We're co-writers on film.
This or that. J. Cole or y'all know what I'm saying. Kendrick.
This is fine.
TT.
Neither for me. Lauryn Hill, Lil Kim, Queen Latifah,
MC Light, say their name because I'm telling you, the men, whenever they talk about a top 5 list,
They
10,
talk about the men.
nerve for you to not include women who literally were amazing. And not only lyrically iconic,
I got one more. I got one more really good this or that.
That was a really great one because
this is the last one. This or that. Joe Budden Drink Champs.
We don't care about either.
What?
Joe Budden or Drink Champs?
Between the two, I probably Drink Champs. You know, I'm gonna watch them. I don't see Joe ever, so I episode of Drink Champs before I see Joe.
TT, let's talk about the female podcast. Shout out to the female podcasters. I just recently came across a podcast that just came out. Obviously, Ryan. What the fuck is up, Ryan?
What's up?
I'm trying to be on Ryan.
Yeah. Again.
Yes, again. Mm-hmm. And then I seen that Joe Budden's ex, Tahiri, has something going on. Y'all know who Danae Baptiste is? Mm-hmm. The principal there. She used to be.
You said Joe Budden. I'm thinking Joe Biden.
No!
Whole time I thought you was talking about Joe Biden.
America, we've got a problem.
Wait.
Fucking
That's why I said we don't see Joe Biden. That's why you looked at me like that.
TT.
That's why she looked
That's
at me
it
like,
for
what are you
TT.
talking about?
That's it. That's
all. Shout out to both Drink Champs and Joe Budden. Shout out to y'all both.
Yo, Drink Champs been having some really good episodes. And
I love Drink Champs. They're old school and they're great.
And Joe's getting a lot better. Apart from everybody saying that he be angry and stuff.
Oh, you know, we don't never pay him no attention, like because he's always.
There's no female energy on the show right now. Shout out to Melissa. She's doing a movie right now.
When they talk, I think it's different styles. So like with Drink Champs, is more like you getting your flowers. The guests are there to tell their story, so you can't. It ain't no.
And they're giving them their flowers,
right?
And stuff like
but
that.
with Joe Budden, I feel like the co-hosts sometimes I just feel like they're not as informed. They're not as informed, or they're not as up to date with what's happening. Like,
and they argue down.
Well,
they argue down. The guests be on there saying, "I'm letting you know I did X, Y, and Z for the generation," and they be like, "Well, actually, actually, what? So do you think that you actually are?" And I'm like, "Yo, what is the podcast for? Is it an argue place, like a place to argue?"
I think it is a perfect place for everybody to have their opinion and perspective.
I'm trying to be friends with Joe.
No, I don't want to be friends with Joe, but I'm now starting to understand Joe a little bit. No, we're not friends nor friendly. I don't know him and he don't know me. He was a little rude to me one time before when I was working in the Revolt building, but we won't go there. But
he called me a stripper.
Joe.
On a podcast with Rory. He called me a stripper. So
Joe.
let's be serious. Like
if she was a stripper, what's the problem, Joe? You like strippers.
It's not about that. I'm just trying to say you can't let people silence you when you have your own platform, Destiny. Like, this is for you. And
well, I'm still learning. I want to say that. Let me put it out there because they may be like, who the fuck is this bitch and why is she? Yeah. Listen, I'm still learning, and guess what? I will take all of constructive criticism. Maybe not from you, but from people that really and genuinely care about me. This is Date with Motherfucking Destiny. And guess what? I am going to do what it is that I want to do. I'm not just a hairstylist. I'm not going to allow people to box me in. And I want to thank you guys for joining me on this episode. Thank you guys for welcoming me and my fly dates. TT, the artist, and she's Ryan. And I can't wait to see you guys on the next date. You have been on a date with Destiny.
She canceled that shit real quick when I said start talking about